Alrighty, hey again out there. We're currently on part 134, and it's finally time. We're gonna start that trading hall today and get it done, hopefully. Planning on it. So, just to flex really quickly, we're popping over into the creative world just to show off, and I have taken screenshots of it, so I've taken screenshots of the cross section and all that needs to be built. But basically, it's not too bad. I made a whole new variant of it with like the actual redesign, just kind of as like a better like proof of concept. But basically, um, it's still like pretty damn small. Fits one and everything as it should, like a solid like 10 by 10 or 10 by 9 technically. But yeah, basically you would be like on the walkway here. You'd be able to open up this lever or open up this trapdoor, flick the lever, thing goes down, zombie can attack the villager, it cures it, flick it back up, and then you can flick this. And if you ever fall down here, that's what the iron bars are for. So that's why those are there. And then there are still no issues with it pathfinding over the top or nothing. It saves on lighting and like blocks a little bit better, so that's cool. Um, We're also maybe gonna just do that just for my own sake. But basically, these things are what we're gonna need bricks for. And then the orange concrete can be any block, like fucking cobblestone would work for God's sake. And then we need any kind of just some simple glass. And then we've already assembled literally everything else. So yeah, we ought to be good to go. And we can just go ahead and try getting it built today. So yeah, it shouldn't take too long. I have this a whole inventory of stuff. Oops. That's a shame. Oh well. But yeah, that'd be pretty neat. I'll say, Beam, it's been a while. But yeah, this is the trading hall I'm going to be building in survival soon enough. It's pretty big. It's a little big, just a little too big. And I also want to make sure the side ones are 3, 3, and then the actual middle one is 3. And then they're also like 3. Okay, so it's 3 blocks wide the whole way down on each thing. And then we need to get the 3 wide first, like for like the main hallway, and then the levers go on the like first block after that, so they go on like the fifth and the fifth or whatever. And then the whole thing gets built, and then the levers on the other side, and then we space it out by 2 blocks, and then build the next thing. So we'll focus on making sure that we actually have a proper like footprint for this first, and hardcore, and then we can actually like sit down and build it. So we do have a couple of things that I need to do before that. I need more bricks, and I also need to go light up all that stuff below me and actually get rid of a bunch of it. But yeah, here's the updated map again. It's pretty cool. It's actually not big enough to house the whole thing, funny enough. So I'm going to have to get on that. It's going to lag a little bit at the start, but it just give it some time. We've got all of our materials down here. We're going to have them. Yeah, we've got enough bricks. I don't know if we'll have enough glass right out the gate, but it don't really matter. I can always go make more. We got the extra cobblestone, which is good. And I've also was able to recondense on sea lanterns pretty good, so it shouldn't have to use that many. I might though, anyways, because it's just nicer. But who knows? That'd be pretty cool. Trying to think. I need more bricks, and then I need to go turn on the mob switch, and we'll leave the mob switch on for like a while. Oh, and some of the music ended up getting like their YouTube videos ended up getting deleted, so there's a couple of like Mario Galaxy tracks that aren't really around anymore, which is a shame, but makes enough sense. But that's all right. Here we go. Now we should still have some emeralds, but if not, no, we don't. Go ahead and turn these into paint. Here we go. And we'll pop down the bed. And then it's that mob switch we're gonna have to get. Now, I've decided too that I'm also gonna be using actual, like I'm gonna be giving the zombies like sharpness 5, like diamond swords, at some point. Just because it'll like speed it up like significantly, but you know, it takes some time. But yeah, what's up? What's the good news? Oh, not too many frame drops, or not now at least. But hopefully that works out. Because they take a while to do, and I found out it's based on like local difficulty. So we're like a local difficulty here, 4.28, and then if it caps out at like 6.75 on hard. So once it does cap out, I can like spawn zombies there like at nighttime or whatever, and then throw them items, and there's like a 50%, 55% chance that they'll be able to hold like swords that you give them. So luckily that's pretty good, but we'll have to probably see what I can do. Luckily my whole base should actually be like right for it, considering it's I'm loading it like all the time, and I'm like constantly in those chunks, especially when I was building that mountain too and those lava casts. So that should give us a pretty good head start. Oh sweet, that's pretty cool. I'd still like a year from now, but it's still pretty good. Uh, are you fucking? When did I have these? Wait, when the fuck did I have these? Oh, okay. Oh, fuck. I had no idea that I had these. All right, we don't even need to trade then. What the fuck? When did I have these, dude? I'll take it. It should get me like enough to get close to completing it, but that was really odd. Okay, I'm guessing because I don't ever really check these anymore because I know they're condensed, but still a free like extra couple of stacks. So still not quite enough to fill it up, but it's close, and I'm just gonna go trade for the rest because it won't take too long. But I bet you those ones came from like the first time I got those stonemasons. I just bought a bunch of bricks from them to level up that trade really, really quickly. So that's probably what it was. About to say, do not be fucking locked out of it right now. But we only need enough for this whole shulker box, and we can probably spend the rest on like quartz or something. So I think I do actually need more quartz. And also getting those diamond swords. Oh, I'm putting the rest of these away because I want more inventory space, and I don't need that many more bricks. Yeah, like a stack of emeralds gets you like 10 stacks of bricks. That's honestly pretty cool. Helps quite a lot. Alright, let's see what we got. Alright, just a couple more. Or it would just be a couple more if they would hurry the hell up sometimes, but they won't. That's fine though. I guess we'll take this time to use some of the XP to fix up the elytra. And it's all fixed up. Cool. Alright, here we go. Full shulker box of bricks. Literal ton of bricks. That's pretty good. Now all we're going to need after this is I'm going to buy all the quartz I can off of them, and then we're also going to have to go turn on the mob switch because I need to go light those areas up below, but I also need to like carve a good chunk of them out anyways because it's about time they started like kind of getting destroyed. Just a little bit. We're just basically shaving the tops off of them, so it's nothing too difficult or shouldn't take too long either, but that has to get done. And we'll probably use some of these leftover emeralds as well if I actually have some to we'll get some golden carrots after it. I am running like comically low on food and I'm just like ignoring it pretty much. Which, you know, should not really be doing. Okay, what the fuck, come on. Bricks, there we go. I heard one of them work supposedly. Guess not, oh well. Alright, we should be good on food for a while. And we're just gonna wait around a little bit for some more of the bricks, so hopefully they kind of refresh their shit, but who knows. I'll have to make sure to, you know what, fuck this, I'm not waiting for it no more. I don't care right now. But, we'll have to make sure that I've got enough resources to make the weakness potions as well. We're talking like sugar cane's no issue, spider eyes are no issue as well because I have that cave spider farm and it's actually like pretty solid. And then the only other like actual issue, and it's not even really an issue, are those brown mushrooms. So we'll have to maybe go like find an area to grow a bunch of them and see how it goes. We could probably grow a lot on a tree farm, honestly. That could be pretty neat. Might as well go for it. So yeah, first thing we're gonna do really quickly is before we go and turn on the mob switch, I want to go get more fireworks, and then before I do that, we're gonna check the local difficulty. So if you take a look right above where it says blending old, you can see our local difficulty here. We want this to be cranked big time, and it caps out at 6.75, by the way. And as you can see, it's kind of pretty good. It's at 6.75 in some parts of it. Like right here, for example. I want to say it's chunk dependent as well. It's looking like it is, considering we're in this one chunk here. Yeah, so you see how it's at 6.75, but if we were to step over this, it's still at 6.75 again, but it does like update other shit. You can see like the numbers flash. So now it's at 6.6 now, which is still very good, just not the best. But it's still very good, like you can't get too much higher. You can see it kind of change to 4.53, which we wouldn't want. We'd want 6.75 or as close to it as we can get. Or 5.87 still tolerable as well, but and then we got another 6.75. So the reason that's important is again because we get to figure out where like what chunks we're gonna delight, and then once we know that, then it's really not too bad because you know, we want to have as high odds as possible for like zombies to be able to pick up like swords that you give them because it's dependent on your local difficulty. So the longer you've been in an area, the higher your local difficulty is, and it caps out at 6.75. So when it caps out at 6.75, that means you've got a 55% chance for any given zombie that spawns to be able to hold swords, which is, you know, more than half, so that's actually pretty good. And you've seen how nuts the rates can get up here when I have like everything else, like, you know, like lit up down there or whatever. So it gets pretty good pretty quickly. But we're just gonna place down all this quartz just to get it out of my inventory. There we go. Cool. And then we'll go ahead and pop down to the base and get some fireworks. So And I also thought about it too, and what we'll probably do at first is I cannot fucking move, like at all. Like wow, I really cannot do anything there. But what we'll do first is we'll give the zombies like wooden swords, so that way I know if they can pick one up or not. And then if they can, then all we literally have to do is just well, all we're gonna have to do is just go bring them in back to the trading hall, and then I can give them the diamond sword when they're like secured. Um, I'll have to name tag them too, so I'll have to go pick up some of those at the trading hall. But it shouldn't take too long. I am too. I'm looking forward to it. It's gonna be genuinely the biggest one I've ever built. Like, period. I haven't built anything bigger in like the entire time. Not even just in this world, just in general. Because I usually just build like very like small and dirty ones, and then usually the world dies by then. In terms of like, I kind of get bored of it because we're friends or whatever. But this one's gonna be an actual like real like trading hall with like everything you could want in it. I'm looking forward to it. It'll be pretty cool. I still need to remember to do some of the like smaller things like moving around the nether portals, but that's something that won't take too long. But it'll be pretty cool. So I got the book. Alright, trying to remember. I want to say we're going negative Z here. It's been a while since I've actually used the op switch, but I'm actually going to need to. Yeah, and then we take a right here. Okay, our mob switch is now active. We're also really quickly, because I was talking about it, funny enough, we're gonna grab some of these mushrooms. Because why not? That shouldn't take too long. There we go. We got 21 of them, makes 21 fermented spider eyes, and then it's like 63 splash potions of weakness. That's pretty good. We can cure like 7 at a time with a single splash potion because it's got a pretty fat like radius. But what we'll probably end up doing is like saving all of these to like regrow. We'll regrow them first and then we'll probably use them, but we should be good to go here. So the last thing we're going to be doing is I need to make sure I have enough torches on hand because we're going to go under the thing really quickly and kind of tear out a lot of that old stuff. I know one of these has them. Where is it? Here we go. Go and just dump them in there. That should be fine. We got more than a stack of them, so we're actually doing pretty solid on it overall. But yeah, we're gonna want more at some point, which I don't need to worry about for a long time. Same with the blaze rods, though. I do need more blaze rods. I have been kind of always like running out for a while now. Let's see. We should have somewhere. Should be here. We go. So we've got our extra torches for right now. It's more than plenty. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna head under that thing really quickly, under the mountain. We're gonna go rip off the very like tips of the I forgot it in my elytron. But we're gonna go rip off the very tips of all this stuff, maybe go light out some other stuff, and then we'll probably be good to go. But yeah, normally this thing is completely infested, but as you can see, we got nothing here, so that's cool. Of course, we're still gonna be putting on the chest plate straight away just to be safe, but you never know. But I'm pretty confident the mob switch is working. I can even kind of check with the F3 menu here. Yeah, considering it has 74 loaded entities and I'm not looking at anything, I'd have to assume that, yeah, it's on. That's good. So this is pretty much what we're going to be doing. These ones are whatever. I might like try and tear those down a little bit, but those ones are a little bit too unusual in their shape to really do. But pretty much all we're doing is going around each of the ends here, putting down some torches, and then we're gonna get rid of all the stuff on top of it, like so. And then we just rinse and repeat for every single one. Boom, done. Alright. Then we just do it again. If I can get up there. I'll use an ender pearl for once. There we go. And the reason this is important too is because the Parthenon goes over, like, especially that middle area over there, it goes over it. So there's inevitably gonna be a time where I like fall down onto here. And if that happens, I won't die per se because I can literally just like run straight to the ocean and like jump for it. And then I'll have like a totem anyway, so even if like a creeper blew up as soon as I landed, I'd still would like tank the damage. But you know, it's about time this shit went away anyway, so it's been impacting the like spawn rate of the gunpowder farm, so it's about time it goes. But you know, it's fine. I want more gunpowder. I actually am thinking about like just taking a day to go like TNT blast mining and just getting as much netherite as possible, because you know, it would be kind of cool. And we'll just get most of this shaved off and then go do that other shit. By other shit, I mean an entire trading hall in one sitting. But it's not really one sitting per se because I spent so much time like, you know, prepping it and planning it out and creative and like actually making sure everything went right. So it's not exactly one sitting. Ah, that's right. That explains a lot. This is one of the more like prototype lava casts that I ended up making. I was trying to get some that were like wider, but I ended up never being able to do it correctly without even like some kind of like remains, you know. That's what all this scaffolding and all this old cobble is. All this stuff is gonna have to go anyway, so we'll just take what we can. I'm almost actually out of inventory. Funny. And we'll probably be reusing this cobblestone for what it's worth to you know, to help out with the rest of the stuff, because I do need actually some slabs. Not too many of them, I just need some. There we go. All this stuff will get torn out fully one day, but till then it ain't really my problem. Of course, I do need to take better care of it, but it's we got a lot more of these to go. What I'll probably end up doing is we're gonna mark out all of the like points first where it needs to be like carved out, just so that way I know like where the walkways go and all that good shit. We'll be using like black and white terracotta for that, just because I need to know, and it's easy to tell too, anyways. But Yeah, we're gonna be using black and white terracotta to map out everything, where all the walkways go and all that, and then we'll kind of like take out some of the floor and like replace it with like sea lanterns or something to show that. And then I could probably lay out the levers. If I had to guess, I could probably lay those out first. Like I lay the bricks down and then I lay the levers on top of them. Not on top of them because I don't go on top of them. That's right. That's a different thing. Or at least in that case, it's the trapdoors then. I still have those screenshots. I'll have to double check, but it should be pretty easy. I need to just make sure I get like the base of it right, like with the zombie and all that, because the trapdoor should be at floor level with the actual like building, and we're getting kind of close, but not really. But I just have to make sure that everything's like measured out correctly because it's going to be a total pain in the ass to like redo it if it goes wrong. So it's better to try and get it right the first time. I can still tear it down and rebuild it if I need to. I just don't want to have to. But yeah, it'll house 576 villagers, which in terms of unique trades, like we're talking like things like mending or like the armor or um, really a lot of librarian trades honestly. But in terms of like things that are unique that I would only need one of, it's no big deal at all. But for some of the big like bulk trades that I want a lot of like the same villager of, like cartographers for example, that's when it's gonna get a little weirder because I'm gonna want like to dedicate a lot of like space to just having like 36 cartographers or like also 18 farmers and like 18 stonemasons and 36 Fletchers and all that. Like it adds up over time is what I'm saying here. Even then, even though it adds up, it's still like what I listed there was like I think like what I said 36, 36, 18, 18, right? So that's only like 108, and that's like what, like not even a fucking quarter. That's like, oh shoot, what is that even? That's like more than an eighth, but like less than like a quarter. I want to say it's like 3/16 of the fucking thing. So to say that it's small is an understatement. Even though that's like a lot of villagers, it's like 100 of them. It's still not really that much at the end of the day compared to like what we can hold. And there's still room for expansion in it too, like plenty of room for expansion. But I just don't want to have to if I can help it. It was already rough trying to redesign it to account for like redstone, but it worked out pretty well, I'd have to say. I know I said I didn't want to skimp on anything, but like, it's the same footprint but cheaper and like not even like really clunky anyway, so like why not? And I've been trying to get rid of that iron for a while anyway, so it works out a little bit better. But we're getting close to the end of this at least. That's good. But yeah, that mob switch is an absolute blessing, man. Oh, we could even take this time too after we're done mining all this. We're gonna probably go empty and condense the Guardian farm to like a bunch of sea lanterns because Prismarine's kind of whatever, honestly. I ended up changing the bricks instead of Prismarine bricks. That's why I don't really need Prismarine bricks anymore. So we'll just condense a lot of those drops into sea lanterns and then call it a day. We can actually start on the other shit. But sea lanterns are pretty. I like them, so I want to keep using them. If I could give Minecraft an update, what would I want it to be? I've got no idea, to be perfectly honest. Um, I mean, everybody's like, "Oh, end update," or honestly, the optimization update, or like just like an update where they like really like sit down and just like fix a bunch of like weird like optimization shit, like with chess being like weird or whatever, so they cause like a lot of lag or just kind of things like that. I think that'd be really good because they've kind of hit like a point in my eyes, which I'm not 100% sure. Maybe they have, maybe they haven't, but they've hit like a weird point where like if you notice like the past couple of updates, it's gone on like a spree of just like reworking a bunch of like older like things that have been like around for like decades, but haven't like seen any like new things. So, like the Nether, for example, they completely revamped the Nether. They revamped the oceans. They revamped villages. They've revamped. They've kind of already revamped the end with the 1.9 update. Just that's getting old now, but like still counts technically. So I'm not going to count that, or I am going to count that. But then they've revamped like the caves and cliffs, and along with the whole overworld as well to actually accommodate those. So like they're and then other than like individual biomes, they're kind of out of shit to revamp. So they've either got to start like really going back to making like actual like new shit, like a new dimension, or like maybe sitting down and like really like focusing on like squashing a bunch of bugs or like optimizing the game like massively, like work with like Optifine creators or whatever to like get that stuff done. But it'd be pretty cool. Because Bedrock Edition can run on about everything, but like it does have compromises, and Java like is getting like kind of rougher to run without like mods or anything. Yeah, it doesn't affect me too much because I got lucky and I got a good computer because I saved up a bunch of money. I didn't get a great computer, but it's not like awful either. Obviously, they get pretty good, but it's like they gotta start doing more again with just kind of optimizing shit. Like you see all these extra like third party like plugins and like simple things that like clean up a bunch of the code or whatever, and then they just makes it not use a bunch of your computer as much, which that would be really cool. Because then there's a chance that kind of stuff could be ported over to Bedrock as well, and then it like makes Bedrock that much better too. Because kind of want to be able to play it on just about anything. But honestly, I don't really mind what they update it with, as long as it's like something new. And even if it's not new, like if they just take like an update to like do all like the old like biome votes or whatever, all the old mob votes, that would be pretty cool too. But who knows? Anything's fair game at this point, honestly. Oh, we're out of space here. Shoot. There we go. Really, this stuff's getting lit up pretty well here. That's pretty good. It seems like they genuinely might. I mean, if you've seen it before, they're fixing up the spectator mode that was like that debug only thing for a little bit, but they're actually like actively fixing it up now that like people found it. And you know, once like spectator mode is like done and it's like all like it's genuinely like on par with like Java Edition like spectator mode, they really don't have like a reason not to release hardcore because it's just all hardcore is just hard, but it's locked onto hard, and then it's got like a different like health bar indicator, and then if you die, it like puts you in spectator mode, or it has like a different like UI options. But like that I know that's not that hard to do. Like there is no way in hell like just getting like that like UI stuff. Maybe it might be different. I don't know for sure technically or whatever, but like if it's just like UI stuff and just saying like you can't like just respawn, you just get to spectate the world, like it forces you into spectator mode, and then since it's a survivor world, you can't enable cheats, and like yeah, I don't think it would take them that long to do once they got a grasp of spectator. Like as soon as they fix that, I'm pretty sure they could probably get it done in like a couple of days or weeks or whatever, because they still have other shit to do. But like, it's once spectator's done, hardcore is probably gonna follow like really really quickly. I mean, it can't be that difficult to do. Oh, anybody can say they could make it themselves, but realistically, no one can unless like that's what you do for a living. Because like I could make it myself, even if it's something like comparatively simple. It's like it's still coding for God's sakes. It's still making sure that it works on every device and doing all a bunch of other bug testing and shit. And change one thing and 18 other things break, and it's kind of a pain in the ass in its own right. But for what it's worth, for them, it's probably a lot easier. But for like just people who don't code, then it's probably a lot harder. But who knows? Well, fair enough then. I don't have too much experience with it personally, even though I was going to actually go into computer science as a major at first, funny enough. But then it turns out I'm not very good at it because it was way too much at once and it just was kind of a pain. So I just ended up switching over to something easier, which, finance ain't really too hard at all. It's just math and money. Like, that's it. And it's a good corporate job, too. And if it's a corporate job in America, if it's a corporate job, well, you pretty much just win. You don't have to really try too hard with a corporate job. You just kind of do it. They give you like $18 billion for no fucking reason. I don't know why. They do it in every field. Yeah, coding can be really fun, but like, I gotta get a hold of it if I want to do that, like you say, and then it's just like I don't have anything that I would want to code. It probably would actually help out a lot with certain other things that I'm working on, but like that's something I can pick up later on in life too, or I could always start now, but I don't really need to. Is that everything's getting too fucking crazy with the job market like this. Like the standard now is like a bachelor's degree at the bare minimum for like any job. So like if you don't have a bachelor's, and if you either have to have like a ton of experience or you have to have a bachelor's, and if you don't have one or the other, sometimes you can both. Like you just don't get hired for anything unless you already know somebody, which is pretty much the only other way you get hired nowadays. Unfortunately, because you have to know somebody beforehand, and then they got to be like, oh, well, I'll just give you a job since I know you, and it's like, cool, thanks, and then just dumb. Wish I didn't have to do that, but I kind of have to because I got a good experience somehow. But I think we're kind of close here because it's like the last one over there, so it shouldn't be too much longer now. Surprised it took a whole night though. I guess I'm not really that surprised considering how big these things are, but still. Considering I'm only shaving away like a little bit, I thought it would be a little bit quicker. But yeah, this should end up cutting our like mob spawning problem like out completely. Like I shouldn't really have any issues with it after this. Mainly because it's a lot like less space for them to spawn, and then the space they can is lit up, so it wouldn't do. Which is pretty nice. And I'm also considering it'll depend too because I do need the string for it and all that, and I still need to make sure I can craft the other redstone materials pretty easy. But I'm gonna probably take out the false like ceiling in the gunpowder like farm because we have that big diamond of like slabs for the roof of that. I'm gonna probably remove that and then just end up replacing it with like well, just more layers. Like I mean a massive amount of extra layers because I might as well because it's the same footprint and height, and then I've already got the redstone components of it done, so it's just literally copying and pasting what I already did before, pretty much just another layer. So I'm probably gonna end up like making that as high as it can go. I think you said it was like 24 layers or whatever is how high it can be. So I'll probably make it up to that, and then I don't know. From there, I don't even need to put in a ceiling in it because the mountain will actually act as that, so that'll be pretty good. And then the only other thing I would have to do is like get a bunch of sand if I wanted to make like a bunch of TNT, because that would completely sort out the gunpowder problem to where it actually would be overflowing on it, which is great. But sand is still something you have to grind for in bulk. Like 5 shulker boxes of sand, or no, it's four sand and 5 gunpowder, right, to make TNT. I want to say it's that. Might be the other way around though. I always forget, but I'll probably look it up here in a bit. But either way, it's only like a couple of shulker boxes of sand to make one shulker box of TNT, which does add up over time, but you can actually get it fairly quickly. So, but I could start making like entire like shulker boxes of TNT at a time without being like constrained by gunpowder, which is pretty good. And that string too. Like if I need extra wool for deep dark shit, I can just make it through there. Of course, I do actually need to sit down and build a proper wool farm with sheep and everything. So if I have the iron, I can make all the shears and whatnot, but I just haven't done it. Oh, that being said, though, this is actually our last one, so um, we're gonna leave the mob switch on. I don't plan on deactivating it until after I get everything else done. This one still kind of counts. All of them still technically kind of count, but honestly, they're not like under it, so it won't do it during the daytime as well. So we'll just act like it's not there. But we can go ahead and dump all this shit away. There we go. We'll just dump these in there too. I don't feel like actually putting them away correctly. And yeah, all we really gotta do here is just start building. Not building, but oh, I also need the extra shit too. Duh. If I want to actually build the thing, I'm gonna need the shulker boxes to do it. So better go grab those. Now, let me see. I want to clear out some extra space in here. We got the random white box here that can just like go to hell or whatever. We can dump. That's not supposed to go in there. That goes there. That goes in there. Any other things that aren't too necessary? This is one of them. I don't need that much extra iron. We do want the scaffolding though. And then all these are staples except for that one. That one can probably get burned or something. I don't know. Not really burned, but needs to go. Alright, that's cool. Thank you, YouTube. Very neat. Does like doing that. Alright, well, we've got 2 shulker boxes. We got everything. Got a bunch of extra sea lanterns, bricks, all the other materials that I had written down. That's what the whole yesterday was for. They're accumulating all of that. So we should have everything. Let's see here. There we go. Dope. Alright. That should literally be every single material. We've got the food, we've got the extra torches. We've got the extra ender chest as well. So that should be pretty much it. We're gonna need to also kind of reassemble a bunch of extra obsidian at some point. By reassemble, I mean I need more obsidian because, like, I'm gonna build a portal up here, probably like in this area or whatever, so I can bring him in through one of the side entrances. But we're up here, and we're actually gonna get this thing started now, finally. So let's see here. We want our terracotta because I need to take some measurements really quickly. Should be, there we go. How about we just start like taking out a bunch of these? We'll ignore the cobblestone, but a lot of these other ones we can probably have. And considering that goes there, considering that's the middle, we'll just put everything down the middle aisle. There we go. Nope. And that's just extra cobblestone. We can go put this at the ends here. Alrighty, cool. Oh, we want our terracotta. And remember, we want to leave 3 blocks of space on each thing. So there we go for that. And then we just want to do it on each side. So we're going to go ahead and put that down. There we go. Alrighty, cool. That's everything there. And now all it ends up becoming is we want to mine out a bunch of this shit. Let's see here. Alrighty, there we go. It's our first section. Oh, it's an exact stack of endstone bricks. It's pretty lucky. Cool. So I'm pretty sure that is. Looks like it. There we go. Okay, yeah, so oops. We want to make sure we're a little bit careful with that next time, but fine enough for now. It's also why it's important I pay attention in certain parts. That could have been a little awkward. Not like it would have killed me or nothing, but it certainly would have been a fairly big drop down to one of those layers. Alright, there we go. Oh, and I forgot to go get all the sea lanterns out of the Guardian farm, or to go make all of them. I'll probably do that later when I need more, inevitably. Mainly because these are actually going to be like lined with like sea lanterns, so that's what we're digging out. Now we're gonna start hitting the edge of it here soon. There we go. Get it? Alright, so that's all the walkways done. But there is more that needs to be done though, like along some of these other edges. Now, as far as I remember, I'm pretty sure I made this fairly easy on myself because all it really was basically I can't build any farther than the pillars. So all we really do here is just go along this whole side, and then we just mine all these out. And then we just meet back up with each appropriate end. And that should really be it. So we've got our end stone bricks here. And slap those away. There we go. And we can, of course, put away some of this stuff, I guess. There we go. And I also am gonna probably put in some of the decorative bits, like in these like blocks here is where we're also gonna be putting in some extra sea lanterns for more lighting. So we need to do that as well. There we go. Just match it up with the other side over here. And we're also going to move this to be like there, so it's out of my way a little bit better. Now we should be coming up on a NPC. There we go. It's not supposed to be deleted, but alright. Oh wow, I'm surprised I didn't get anything. Cool. Alrighty. There we go, that should be everything. I know the other ones by the shulker box here. There we go. There we go. And we're gonna just take these. We'll go make more soon, but now all we really do here is we fill in everything. So this gives us more than enough lighting to light all this up. And then this also acts as like an actual like nice way to tell like where anything is. So basically anything in here of course is the actual walkway, and then everything in there is fair game. So it gives us a nice clear border where we can and can't build in case I accidentally try and go over into the pillars a little bit or anything weird like that. But it's pretty clear where I can and can't do stuff, and that's pretty nice. Although we are gonna have to go make those extra sea lanterns here really quickly. Shouldn't take too long though. There we go, that's half of it. Alright, oh, that's all of our sea lanterns. I know we have like 9 more stacks, but like that's for actually like building the farm, so that doesn't really count. These don't count, so we need to go over and get some more really quickly. It shouldn't take me too long. We're also going to dump those away. And the nice thing too is I wanted to worry about extra guardian spawning because the mob switch is going to affect them too, obviously. That's nice. However, I still will do that just to be safe. Shards. Shards. We want the crystals first. I really should take some time to build like a proper walkway out to here, shouldn't I? Because there's like nothing here at all. There's like no easy way to get over here. Alright, that is 2 stacks, but we need more. There we go. Still need more though. Kind of hitting a drought here actually. Uh-oh. Good God, yeah. I really needed a lot, haven't I? Might be because a lot of it was actually like still in there. Never mind then. That's good though. There we go. Alright, that's 8 stacks of sea lantern. That should be plenty for now. I really shouldn't need more than that. We'll probably be like redoing this as well, so we have grass that goes there over to there, and then we fill in that empty space that'll form. So just keep that in mind. Need to be careful here because I'm pretty sure there's a spot coming up that just lets me fall into the abyss. Not really abyss, but I won't have to waste fireworks getting up here again constantly, which is why I'm looking forward to that nether portal. I do need to set that up today too. But my main goal for today is hopefully by the time we're like truly done, we should have all 8 like things completely built in all these areas, all 8 modules fully done. We should have all 8 zombies with their sharpness 5 diamond swords fully in place, and then probably have the Nether portal link all done too as well. Not probably, I really want that done as well. And then we can give a quick test run with the villagers to see how well it is getting them in here. And they do pathfind to their workstations. However, I'd have to help them along sometimes because I'll have to like push them along the alleys with me a little bit. So, but it's not ever too big a deal. Alrighty, we're nearly done here with our outlining. Alrighty, cool. So we got it. So now we know what area we're going to be building in. I'm also going to maybe just use one extra little lantern here. Mark the absolute center. This is actually the dead center of like the whole Parthenon. That's pretty cool. Might do something with this space. Might go like put a beacon here or some shit like that. I don't know, but who cares? I know the Nether portal needs to go around there, so at the very least we will be having that there. But otherwise, it's not really too big a deal. Now I want the terracotta here because again we got to do some measuring. And this is where it starts. So we don't put any of the levers down on here because they go under nowadays. So this is where the trapdoors would go. And it should measure out to be like 8 blocks wide, I want to say. That's 10, first of all. Which do I even... I'll use some of these sea lanterns as markers here. Okay, so that's 6. So that's 6, and then that's 10. So that is our 16. We do need to do another thing as well. I need like 2 visually distinct blocks, and we can probably use iron blocks for this, luckily, and also our terracotta because that'll be a. Actually, no, we don't want to use iron blocks because they're light. Hang on. Let's see. We should have something better in here, right? Here, we got some soul soil. That should contrast pretty nicely. Oh, and I've actually got enough regular obsidian too. That's very good. Cool. And I guess we actually will use iron. Okay, so this is important, by the way, but 2, 4, 6, 8. So we would use iron here, and then right next to it should be that. 2, 4, 6, 8. Okay, so this is the dead center of both of them. Because each module is 8 blocks wide. This is going to be our pathway one. So we'll be making like a walkway like down this area here that connects up with everything else. Probably out of sea lanterns or something like that. Who knows? Alrighty, there we go. And I'm gonna pull up some of the reference screenshots here because now it's time I actually start getting the building. So give me a minute here. I'm going to browse through my computer here a little bit. Not too much though by the looks of it since it's under recent files. Cool. Alrighty. Um, that was the backside shot. That's right. I should have one of the front. Yeah. Okay. There's nothing to show. What? Huh? What do you mean there's nothing to Did it just actively wipe it off my fucking computer in real time? What the hell was that? What the fuck? That's very weird. I didn't like that. I don't think I've ever seen that happen before. Okay. Um, that was really odd. I guess it was under quick access or whatever, but it's really weird. Alright. So it's trapdoor on each side, and then there should be 6 blocks of space in between that. Okay. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna put in some like easy little markers first. We're just gonna get some trapdoors really quickly and hope for the best pretty much, honestly. I shouldn't really have to hope too hard, but here we go. So if I put a trapdoor here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This ends up being our walkway. Is that what I want actually? Is that how I have it built? I mean, it looks like it, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let me see here. So this is where our workstation would be going. This is what that represents, by the way. That's where our workstation goes. This is where the glass would go that the villager is going to be sitting on. Which just also means we're actually going to have to chip into the mountain a fair bit, and which doesn't really matter because we were going to have to make that overhang anyway. That's where the glass goes. And then we need the other thing here. So this is our trap door. And then if we wind down a block, I forgot about that. There we go. Okay. We're just going to start throwing random shit away. I'll resort it a little later. And we've got our sea lanterns here. Okay. So this is it when it's fully extended, by the way. Extend it here. The zombie should go here because then when it's retracted, it's where that stone is, so then they can make eye contact. And then we basically just rinse and repeat what we've done on each side. That goes there. And then, last but not least, we have our trapdoor here. Alright, yep, so this is pretty much our footprint that we're going to be making the whole way down. So I shouldn't really be in like two things separately, so it's not a big deal that I'll be walking on trapdoors. However, I will have to remember that I need to redistribute some of the lighting. Some of the lighting needs to be in different spots next time. Like, because I was gonna just have like sea lanterns go all the way down here, but no, that's where the trapdoors go, which is fine. But something to point out here a little bit. They go into each other. We get our quote-unquote workstation there. We get it there as well. We get our other trapdoor. Here we go. And then we get our glass. That's when it's fully extended. And then we get our trapdoors again. And then our sea lantern should be going at this level here. So then the glass would retract, it would be eye level. Boom. Okay, cool. So that's actually kind of the bulk of it to some extent. I just needed that down to figure that out. But all we really need to do is kind of clear away a lot of the end stone because it's just going to get in the way here. And then we need to clear out all the end stone. And then I need to go put in the sticky pistons first, along with the blocks they're going to go on as well, because those ones are going to, well, they're not going on blocks, but they need to, they need to be there. But yeah, let's just go ahead and maybe tuck away some of this stuff. I need to actually put these back in their correct spot, though. That's kind of important to do here. We need to try and stay organized with certain things as long as possible before I eventually get tired of sorting through like 13 billion like boxes of shit. So, fair warning, it's gonna get disorganized at some point, but by then we should be done, hopefully. There we go. We can like split these and put those away. And I'm gonna put the iron blocks away in there. Alrighty, dope. So here's what's happening. We're digging all of these out. I also need to remember too, this is the end part where we're going to be putting in some other things. So it actually doesn't go out this far. It's a little weird to explain. I'm pretty sure this should be a flat wall of glass. I can even check that some of the other screenshots here. Hang on. I'm going to need to reopen this shit, aren't I? Yep, alright, I need to reopen File Explorer and check some of these. Give me a moment. Pictures. Here we go. I never took pictures of the other side, did I? I did not. Okay, so that's kind of unfortunate. I never took, because these are the actual ends. I'm pretty sure these should just be glass walls here because it leaves enough space for me to actually get through and it secures all the villagers off. So these all are glass. So, and that is important to know here because I'm going to be measuring out another thing of shit really quickly. And we already know for a fact too how large this thing is going to be. It's going to be 36 blocks of like modules. So if we go ahead and we go up here a little bit, we got one. Actually, no, it's not one. That doesn't count because that's where the flat wall is. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Iron blocks. There we go. That's 10. We can even double check by recounting. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Yep, dope. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. That's 30. 31, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's our last bit there. So this is as far as it goes. Everything else after that, including these 4 blocks, they're meant to be kind of just a buffer zone because we're still going to actually have to have a way for the villagers to get up and in, which is what that kind of like buffer zone is for. So what'll end up happening is this will be the last module. It gets sealed off by like a wall of glass, and then we have a staircase that leads up to like those fence gates, and that's how they actually get up and in into the trading hall because they come in through this like middle lane. They go up these stairs, and then they go over like the appropriate fence gates, and then they eventually drop down where we can do whatever we need with them. But we need a buffer for that, so that way we don't go into these walkways or nothing. So we've got that all sorted out. And with that, I think we can get back to it. Shouldn't have anything extra that really needs to be done here. So what we'll go ahead and do is just start work on getting rid of all this end stone here. We'll get rid of the end stone up to that buffer area. So yeah, it shouldn't take too long. Just end stone. You can insta mine it, so this is as fast as it gets, unfortunately, but shouldn't be too bad. It's quicker than placing it all in, that's for sure. Alright, there we go. So we're at our buffer. And then all we would want to do is kind of cut this out the whole way through. And then refill this a little bit here. Yeah, sorry I'm not talking as much right now. There's just not really a lot to say. It's just digging all this shit out until we've got a nice clean space to work with. And then the first thing we'll probably install are the sea lanterns and the trapdoors that go with them. Because the piston does not go on par with the sea lanterns. It goes one block under. And when it goes one block under, we're going to have some scaffolding. So what we're gonna do is, well, we're just doing this honestly for each and every like thing, because we want all this area dug out on all four quadrants first, and then we want to get like the sea lanterns in place because they're like a very like clear like middle ground of where everything needs to go. So what we'll probably do is build these kind of like mock like modules just to show how it needs to be extended like each way down. And we'll do that on all the ends, so eventually they'll all meet up at those buffer zones or whatever. And then that'll actually be most of it done. The redstone of it ain't really too complicated. It's literally just like a sticky piston and a lever, and that's like all the redstone. I was able to condense it down a lot, so cut out there a bit. But that's one little part of it done. Of course, we still do have the rest. Sea lanterns ended up pairing nicely with just about everything. They pair well with endstone bricks. It pair well with like deep slate. Quartz is the only one they're kind of like iffy on, but it's like kind of negligible, so it don't really matter. But it still is cool to know. Cool to have, I guess. How long has it been? It's already been an hour 15. That's pretty neat. Now, come on, let me alt tab. Here we go. We're gonna close out of these photos here really quick, just so I don't have as many tabs I can alt through. And then with this part here, we actually won't have to. Well, we'll have to clear like a whole nother like 3 of these, but won't be too bad, probably. We can reuse the end stone as well, because it's kind of weird, because these blocks here are never normally going to be seen if there's like a workstation on top of them, but you have to reset it, so we'll probably use end stone for these parts, considering I'll have an excess of it. I'm trying to save the bricks for like the top bit, so, you know, we'll have to do that. Alright, there we go. That is our first bit of it done. We're claiming quite a lot of endstone bricks. And so here's what's going to happen. The one behind it, we leave because that's where our glass is going to go. I forgot there was just empty space there. Whoops. And then we're also going to mark out where this is as well. There we go, that lines up. And then it's just the same deal of just get rid of everything between here and there. This one's going to be a bigger pain in my ass though, because we're actually going to be actively going over like the air, so we're actually at the end, so not too bad. Still, always want to be careful in these areas, considering I could just fall and die by accident if I'm not too careful. I won't really die. I don't think I'll. Well, no, not that I think I will not die, but still not something I want to chance. I ended up tearing out too much over here. Whoops. I'll go ahead and fill that back in. That's where our glass goes, as I've just said. And then we just empty this out. Oh man, I hate mining this shit, but look, I won't really have to do it again after this, so I'll have to do it for the other two, but I mean really after that. Of course, we're still gonna need extra quartz to finish up the rest of these pillars. I want those done today too, if I can help it. I'll probably have to go out and mine quartz for it, but I want there to be like a tall enough wall to where it still looks good and it's like pretty safe. So, is the ceiling isn't exactly gonna be a thing for like a while. There's gonna be like a ceiling in all the modules and all that, because that's like built in by design. But an actual ceiling for this place isn't really gonna exist because what's probably gonna end up happening is I'm gonna build that mountain over it, and then the actual and then there's obviously gonna be it's basically just gonna be within a giant cave. So the cave ceiling is gonna act as this ceiling as well. So that'll be pretty cool when it does happen, but still. Let's see, am I actually? Oh, I've already passed 1450. That's cool. I thought I had a little bit more time, but I guess not. Oh well. I'm getting actually close to 1500 now, so that's pretty neat. I'm hoping, not hoping, I should definitely have this done by 1500 if I'm getting it all done today, so that'll be pretty cool. Be like a nice achievement. And then I can maybe sit down and build that goddamn castle for once, because I kind of do want to do that, but like I don't at the same time, but I should just sit down and just put blocks down and hope for the best pretty much. So I was gonna have it where like the pillars kind of like curve like out of the mountain, but I think what I'm gonna do instead is like just have them go like straight up. So it'll, I'll figure out the specifics of it later, but I just want it to be a little different is all. Different than how I wanted to do it the first time, that is. Alright, well, we're kind of out of space there. In fact, we're out of a lot of space in a lot of these. We'll just reuse the oak log box just to get rid of all this shit. I didn't realize how much I was going to have to reclaim here. Alright, well, now we're going to make another buffer zone. So we need to grab the terracotta again. It should be by box here. Yeah, okay. There we go. Should have that excess iron. And we're going to start from the opposite side, like in this corner here. But first things first, I should have brought that soul soil with me. Oh well, it does not matter anymore. Dope. Incredible. Alright, so I think we want it on this height. Yeah, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I can double check this too. So that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go, 20. That's 30. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's our buffer right there. We want all this cleaned out from this point on. There we go. Okay. Then all we would do is just clean out this little area here. And then we do the same on the other side, but already knew that. There we go. We're also gonna just carve these out really quickly as well. Just to get... Yep, okay. Oops. I actually almost fell into that. Like, genuinely, I forgot it was here. I thought it was over there. Oh, shit. That's fine, though. I didn't fall, but... Again, I think it leads over ocean anyway, so it doesn't really matter, but... Still, don't ever just fall for no reason, I've got a totem, but, man, I don't like that anyways. Well... Alright, there we go. Got all of our borders cleaned out. Now all we have to do is just empty out everything in between. and then go build the mock modules on the ends on these walls because we don't build them obviously where that is. And then just start extending it out is all. So we'll do the pistons first because the sticky pistons are kind of the most important and they're also like the lowest block actually. So with them being the lowest block, they kind of need to get done first. That way it sets up for everything else that much better. Okay, every time. I go through this every fucking time, man. It's getting more prevalent nowadays, too. I haven't streamed as much as I used to, so it's kind of weird. But, yeah, another average, like, bot just advertising to buy followers and shit, which, again, that's dumb and stupid. And I do this for fun, so why the hell would I ever want to buy followers? Like, come on. Seriously. I get it if like it's really to try and get ahead, because if you like boost your followers big enough, you probably gain like enough attention from like other people than you probably would get otherwise. But like again, it's dumb. I do this for fun. I don't do this for a living, so it don't really matter. But either way, we're almost done with this other quarter here. I say almost, but we still actually do have quite a bit to mine. We are getting there. I think this is the night we start getting phantoms again. I want to say. Because even though we have the mob switch on, I want to say they're still considered like special spawns, so they'll like kind of they're like their own separate like category. You know, like they'll spawn on top of like mob switch. So should keep an eye out for those. All right, we got another quarter done. Good. So we need this last quarter here, and then I can dig out a bunch of the dirt, and then probably go get a bunch of the sea lanterns and sticky pistons in. I should do the sticky pistons first because the sea lanterns are gonna be a little bit weirder, so it's kind of odd, but we'll get it figured out. Shouldn't be too big a deal. Oh, you're good. This thing is also designed in a way too that should help to prevent, if not just outright stop, like every single like mob spawn, because we have such an overabundance of sea lantern. So I should never really have to worry about like anything spawning in here without having to use like extra torches or things like that. Just because. We're nearly done here with all the mining, so that took a while, but kind of needs to be done because I'm trying to build all of them in I'm trying to build all of them in like sections at a time, and they all need to be kind of on pace with each other. So that way, it also helps me like check for any mistakes, and then I don't build like a whole like completed module, then I still have like 8 more to go or whatever the fuck, you know. And it just makes things easier anyways, because then I'll go through all the sea lanterns, and then I'll go through like all of the sticky pistons at the same time, and you know, it just makes things a little bit easier for me to get. So reason not to do that. Alright, got it. Cool. And just enough space for it too. So we got everything all dug out. Now what we're gonna do is build those extra little modules. We want some sea lanterns. We want some of our wrap doors, our sticky pistons, our glass. Actually, fuck the sticky pistons for now. Um, don't need bricks. I do need iron blocks somewhere. Here we go. Oh, that's right. There's not even going to be end stone bricks here because I need to actually be able to reach the lever, so that's not actually a thing. All right, there we go. First things first, we go ahead and top these off. And then we've got those. And then we get our glass in place here. It goes like that. So now at eye level, the piston would drop, making them eye level. There we go. Cool. And there we go. Okay. Now let me actually grab those sticky pistons really quickly. Turns out I am going to want them after all. They don't go on par with the sea lanterns, they go one below, that's right. Best not to forget that. Considering this thing's not going to get really rebuilt, and if it does, it's not that big of a deal. We're going to just ditch the stone. Because we're using cobblestone. There needs to be actual cobblestone down here. So I can properly line up the sticky pistons. There we go. Now, as for the lever, oh, that's also why we had all this excess cobblestone too, because we're going to be making some slabs. Oh, check this out. So we've got our workstation again represented by our iron blocks, which that's neat and all. But it actually does serve a couple of purposes for it to be a slab specifically. Number one, it's thinner than a full block. It's not a trapdoor because that's too thin and it's activated by redstone. Number two. Number three, if we're looking at it like this, our lever is going to be like there or something. It's going to be like next to that sticky piston. So let me grab some bricks. I'm pretty sure I have excess for this specific thing. Hi, welcome back, but it should be good. I'm going to say it went there. And because there is no other spot where it can go. So that's where our brick goes, is next to our sticky piston. Which we need more of it over here. We put these there. There we go. And then we can slap those there. And then we get our bricks. Oh, that was because there was a bot in here just advertising like buy primes and all that shit, so out it goes. There we go. And then our last little bit here should be some of our other things, mainly our levers. Where'd I put them? Here we go. Oh, and the iron bars, those are kind of also important too. Here we go. We can split these, put those away. And we need some iron bars here, very cool. And these iron bars are actually important because there's what is going to actually keep me from like falling off and dying by accident. So mainly we would just have like a massive chain of them so you can't actually walk to them, but if I ever did fall down here, no biggie because I can still hit the lever and I can jump out and I can still comfortably hit it as well. That's kind of the point of that. Now we get our levers here. Our iron bar is on par with our lever. Cool. And that's pretty much, that's the bottom half of it. As for the top half, might need more bricks. There's a chance. Oh no, because I think I can use cobblestone for these ones because it's not really visible. But this goes up here. So again, if this is where our zombies go with our sea lanterns, it needs to actually have a roof above it as well. Just that way it doesn't get out or prevent any of our villagers, or just know if tomfuckery happens if we got a roof. We don't want that to be an issue at all. Now we get our next set of trapdoors. They all go on top of our workstation block, which, you know, represented by our iron block. And then what we do here is we get a temporary block, we slap a trapdoor on it. And this is the other big key as well. This is what actually separates our villagers, are these trapdoors, because they're going to be flipped up like that. So that gives them like a physical like space between each other, and then that also prevents any zombie villagers from spreading to like other villagers in the cells next to them because they can't make line of sight, therefore they can't attack them. So when that inevitably happens, then we're all good. So yeah, that's most of it. We need our bricks again. Why did I put them back? That's not cool. I didn't apparently. They might have just been here. Here we go. Alrighty, and then our bricks go on the top like that. They go on the top of our brick station blocks, like so. And then we get our fence gates. There we go. There is another thing though that we're gonna have to note here. These are weird. I forget how these go exactly, but we'll remember that when the time comes, I guess. Here we go. And we do that, and then we get 3 blocks of glass pillared up on each side. And then our half slabs go above our half slabs go above our fence gates because they're technically 1.5 blocks tall. That render is only like 1 block tall, but they're still like 1.5, so we have to be a little bit careful with this. So this goes like that and then like that. Then we get our glass blocks. And then now I'm starting to remember. So this layer is sea lanterns and like cobblestone. It kind of depends. So there's like an actual like pattern to it. There's like 3 blocks of space in between each thing. I want to say that's what it was. And here's our slabs. Now this prevents it so when the thing opens, there's not a chance that they go into here, and it also saves on blocks. So this is a 1.5 block tall space, so they can't actually get into here ever, which is exactly what we need. This is why those slabs are like that. We get some of these here really quickly. There we go. There we go. Oh, and then we need our levers here as well for our fence gate. And I think that's actually it, I want to say, for like the module of it. So I would be able to open this up. It would drop it down whenever it's unpowered. Then when it is powered, then we get it lifted back up. So it's safe here, unsafe here. This means we want it to be zombified. So let's go ahead and get all these reset. There we go. And then whenever we want to drop one in, we just flick the lever to open the gate. It'll open this trapdoor too, but that's just a little side effect. It's no big deal. And now it just kind of devolves into make this, but again, like 4 separate other times really quickly. Yeah, and then we can just extend it down the whole way. That's cool. These get taken away. That's also where things do tend to get kind of weird as well, as with placing in these pistons. Luckily, it's not really too bad. Shit, that one's not cool because that means it's actually a pain in my ass to get in place. Damn it. I don't want to have to break nothing. I don't think I still do, but not. I need that back. There we go. Ugh, damn it. There we go. The piston goes, our bricks go next to the piston. That's where our levers go. There we go. Now all of these trap doors should be facing towards like the glass wall that's gonna be back here. That's cool. Nothing too important, but kind of important, but not that important. Go. These were just temporary. Alrighty. We're gonna go ahead and grab our bricks again because these are kind of important. Do that, that, that. Alright, well, I guess we have to sleep, unfortunately. These damn phantoms are out. They're just gonna be a pain if I don't sleep, so. Alrighty, cool. We'll leave the bed here just because. Um, I'll just go throw the phantom membrane off a cliff or something. There we go. Alrighty, let's keep going here. There we go. Cool. Let's see here. Need our fence gates to go on each side, like so. That's not supposed to go there. Need that back too. There we go. And what was it? It was an actual, like, solid thing. Yeah, we see lanterns on that part because it's gonna change pattern a good bit, but you can see lanterns on each of the end pieces here. There we go. And then we go 1, 2, 3. Get our other sea lanterns. Slab the whole thing. There we go. And yeah, it should just be our glass now, which we need more of, but still have it. Let's see. Put that away. And we need to make more slabs again. There we go. Cool. And then we need glass, which should be in one of these. Here we go. Take another stack. And because we're also going to finish up this side. There we go. And then it would literally just get extended down all the way. And we need to do a little bit of cleanup first on some of these measuring bits before we can really do anything else. So let's go ahead and get these out of the way first. Oops. Did not mean to do that. Forgot I was using fortune there. There we go. So we can go ahead and tuck away the extra terracotta. And here somewhere we got our extra glass. Tuck that away in that. Oh, and one other thing as well, we're gonna also we're just gonna knock those away a little bit because that's where we're actually gonna be able to walk to the trade. So I need those kind of clear. Go. Cool. Now, with that being said, I think that's everything. It should be all connected back up. Oh, except for the iron bars. Yeah, that one's kind of important because, again, I don't want to fall down there. But even then, that's not too hard to put in. There we go. Now we're actually good. Probably. Should be fine. Alright, so that's two of them done and like modular now. So we'll probably just build these two out first, and then I'll like go around the other side and do the other two. So just because we've already got all this set up, I actually want to do some real building here. And also I need to actually tear out a lot of stuff, so we're not even quite there yet either. But it's just always something here, but that's fine. Okay, that was the other thing I was a little worried about. Alright. And then all that happens is we follow the lines that we've already made. Our sticky pistons, we keep going until we stop because I dug out the correct amount. Need more sticky pistons. Somewhere in one of these, there we go. There we go. I'll do the other set of sticky pistons here after we get rid of this dirt. Okay, I thought that other one was in, it was not. More pistons again. You can see how expensive this is, which is why I had to spend so much time actually like grinding out materials, because we're not really grinding because I already had a lot of them, but like the redstone, for example, needed a lot of that. A hell of a lot, actually. What'll probably end up happening too, just to save myself some headache, is we'll go kind of like through this stuff and just use like cobblestone as filler instead of piston, so that way like when we get back to the real bits over here, then I don't have to like mess around with going under it or nothing. Or I shouldn't have to do it as much or anything. Let's go ahead and get this set of pistons here, and then we can keep going. I don't know why it's doing like a stuttering kind of thing, but that's fine, I guess. Now, fun fact, after we're done with all of these sticky pistons, including that little set there, we should actually have exactly like 4.5 stacks left, considering we only needed 9 stacks to build this whole damn thing. That's cool. Just a little bored right now. I'm trying to get this done. I really just want to get all this shit done for today and then just kind of go take the rest of the day to do whatever. I should not be down here yet. Oops. There we go. Alright, that should be 4.5 stacks of sticky pistons all placed in. That's cool. So if we go ahead and find our box of sticky pistons, here we go. You see we got 4.5 stacks and we've blown through half of them. That's good. Now we need to dig more dirt out and put in some bricks probably would be good. So let's go ahead and actually get some bricks so I can find the damn thing. Because we're going to be digging for a while. Oh, why don't I just like literally get rid of all like the fucking dirt here? Hang on. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna get rid of all the dirt first. Or about as much of it as I can. Of course I can't reach those. That's crazy. Give me a minute, sorry about that. Average YouTube moment. There we go. A little better. Shit, I almost did not sprint there, actually. That would have been kind of cursed, but... Again, also why I lit those up, because otherwise I would have had to deal with shit if I had ended up falling. Alrighty, we only got this whole section of dirt all dug out. Alright, there we go. Now what we need to do really quick is we'll go ahead and start on some of the bricks here. Just a little bit of them, just so that way I get the rest of that like stone out of the way. And then we're just gonna like dump a bunch of this excess dirt away. There we go. And we're gonna need, oh, we don't need this cobblestone anymore, because it's actually not really used for anything more than it was to get the sea lanterns in place the first time with the first sticky piston, so those can actually go. And we'll get those on the other side later, because we don't need to do that right now. And all it is just kind of extend everything downward, so yeah. Should be easy enough. Bricks go next to our sticky piston. Here we go. Cool. Alrighty. We need our sea lanterns in place. We'll just dump these away for now. We're gonna be over the amount of. We'll have like more sea lanterns than half when we're done here because I was using like some of the other sea lanterns to actually get the bit started. So it's not gonna quite look the right amount, but that's fine. Alright, cool. Next we'll do the iron bars because that actually like secures me pretty well here in terms of not having to worry about falling off a cliff and dying. Here we go. I'll probably end up reusing some of the endstone bricks to replace this dirt considering it's still visible, so we'll just kind of keep that in mind later. I should be able to at least reach all the... Fuck. Shit, that one wasn't supposed to get broken. Fuck. Alright. I want that brick, damn it. What the hell? Where is it? It went all the way down one of these. Shit. Oh, I got excess and I can go make more, so I'm gonna probably have to ignore it for now. Yeah, you can see how like far under it kind of dips under, so. Alright, let me go grab a spare brick, or 18 of them. There we go. And we need the chest plate back on, cool. Now iron bars do their job of making sure I don't die, assuming I don't go in the middle. However, I will never be in the middle when it's all done because it's just not really possible, so that's cool. Yep, plenty of iron bars. Alright, there we go. Now we just need the levers, and we're pretty safe in here now. We can technically still fall because of the other shit, but it's not too likely. Let's see here, we'll just toss these away. We're gonna also take a nice chunk of levers out here. Here we go. Might just do half today and the other half tomorrow, but honestly, I really doubt that. I really do want to try and get all of it done today. It's not even hard, it's just a lot, you know? Not really too difficult. Here we go. That's all of the levers and okay, that one actually I didn't like that. Alright, that's all the levers in place for that quarter. Let's see here. Now we're gonna want a ton of glass because we're gonna be putting in the glass. And we're also gonna want a ton of trapdoors here as well, actually. There we go. That's one half of it. Cool. Now we need our trapdoors. Basically all we do is just go along down here. We'll just place all these down in bulk. And then flip open all of them. We can always go get more material if I ended up not having enough, but I should be like ridiculously close if I don't already have all of it. Because we can't lose certain things like the sticky pistons, for example, because I don't have any like spares of those. So those ones would be like things that I'd have to get more material for, but we're on pace, so it shouldn't really be that big of a deal. There we go. There we go. Cool. Let's see. We still do have a massive amount of shit left to do. Mainly, we need the slabs next. Let's go ahead and grab those. And we need to actually tuck away some of this extra glass while I'm still thinking about it. But we need some slabs. I don't think I'll have to make more for a little while. There we go. Now we can go ahead and place in our trapdoors on these parts. And we just need to leave them closed and all that, considering I also walk on these. I wasn't supposed to go there. Damn it. That was the other thing, too, but, you know, normally these are closed, but they can't close if they're not there, so fuck. Not like that. Oh my god, and we totally fucking do need that back, because I'll be like literally like one short without it, right? F3G, F3B hitboxes. It had to have fallen into the ocean or something. I think it was at the end over here, it has to be in the ocean. There we go. At least this is nice and bright from below. Not that it ever really would matter, but still. Here we go. So now on all these we can have access to the lever. It's easy peasy. Oh yeah, dumb. We walk on the fucking sea lantern. So actually, no, yeah, we are still good. It's just the middle ones is where it gets weird because you don't actually have like physical blocks to walk on. It's all trapdoors. This is why it gets a little bit more awkward. Okay, cool. Alright, same issue with this one. This one's going to be just kind of weird because we need temporary blocks first. I should not have done that. We're going to want some temporary dirt here first, and then get in the first row of trapdoors, and then get in the other row. There we go. There we go. That's fortune. This is silk touch. Alrighty. So yeah, we would have all their workstations down here, yada yada, you know the deal. Now let's think, what else? Ton of cobblestone for the inside of this. Here we go. And we're actually nearly done with a quarter of this, so this is a quarter that we're working on, by the way. Because we still have that one, and that one. And two of them aren't even started yet, so that's a little bit of a shame, but yeah. Oh well. Here we go. Alrighty, so we're gonna need a lot more cobblestone and a couple of extra sea lanterns. Oh, we need some sea lanterns. Where are they? There they are. Cool. Then, of course, we're still gonna need the slabs, but we'll worry about that in a little bit. There we go. And then we'll go ahead and get the fence gates in place. And then we can do the bricks and the set of trap doors and all that. So, yeah, we need to tuck away a good bit of this shit. However, we got extra space pretty much. So let's see, where's that box of fence gates? There we go. I should have also had a separate stack here. Alright, cool. Go ahead and start getting some of the bricks in place. Need to put these fence gates away. There we go. Now we can also tuck away the excess sea lanterns, and then we're gonna want some cobblestone slabs. Oh yeah, we can hit F3 and B. There we go. Go ahead and hide those again. There we go. Now these iron blocks that we're going to be using too are actually important because that's how we're gonna, like tell which ones are going to be like. That's just how we're putting in workstations, you know. Like they're just placeholder for that anyways, and you know they're also just cheap. They don't get in the way. They're cheap. I have a lot of them already, and it wouldn't be too bad. But we're actually nearly done with an entire quarter here. All we have to do is put in these slabs, put in the like the last partitions on like all of the sides and all that, and then we put in our trap doors like down here to separate the villagers, and then we're done with the whole quarter. So my entire trading hall that I already have with all like the current villagers that I already own, they all could fit in this single thing that we're constructing. Like that's how big these are. So, and then I would still have plenty of room to spare for extra. So yeah, it's pretty big. There we go. We got those in place. I guess we can do these ones while we're here because we might as well. Oh shit, damn it. Oh well, there we go. Alright, that's all of our slabs in place. Now all this empty bit here is just glass. And then we've got to get our, we'll just do the iron blocks first here, so let me grab these really quickly. There we go, cool. I'll just throw that shit away, hang on. What else? Trapdoors, it's right, okay. We're gonna dip into our trapdoor stash. Should have an entire extra shulker of them, yeah, okay. And then here's how it works. We basically just go along this whole side. And then we go around through this way. Also physically impossible to place a trapdoor above because of the fence gates. So that's at least good. There's going to be no waste with them by accident. I don't have to stop for nothing. So then all we do here is we go along, we flip all of them upwards. And then we just rinse and repeat for the other three, so yeah. Here we go. Alrighty, we're gonna need more trapdoors. Oh, we still need to put in the levers as well for the bricks up here. We have to do that too. Here we go. Let's go ahead and get the rest of our trapdoors, and we'll see if we can fit enough for the levers. We probably can. There we go. We'll go do these trapdoors, and then we'll go do the levers, so it won't take too much longer. Remember, this is only a quarter of it, though. And this is one fully completed module, but we still have 3 more of these things to make, so it's still taking a long time, but it's not too terrible to put together at the very least. Not awful. Oh, you're finally convinced there. Alrighty, there we go. Go ahead and get all these flipped up, and then it's just our levers and our glass, and then we'll have a whole quarter of it done. We'll do the end pieces a little bit later with the stairs and whatnot. I'll wait for that. Go ahead and start getting our levers. Go. Alrighty. That's all of our levers for this quarter. And now it's just a metric fuck ton of glass. Somewhere. There we go. We might need to get more glass at some point later too, but I wouldn't worry about that for right now. I'm gonna probably use stained glass for like these middle parts just to show like that they're different like areas. I don't know how to explain it, but we'll use like stained glass up here or whatever just for like different things. So I'll kind of leave this blank for now. just need to keep going through. And actually, I might need a lot more glass at this rate, Jesus. There we go. I have just a little bit more to finish this part up. Actually, no, a lot more, because I forgot it's 3 tall. There we go. This glass is for a different purpose. God, that glass is for the pistons and shit. I kind of need that in first. Yeah, so a single shulker box was not enough, unfortunately, but one day, as in today, we're getting this done, so I want to really get this done today. Let me see one other thing as well. I look at the client light. I'm on 8 block light, so always kind of like alternating, but it's never 0 up here, which is great. Alright, that's a first quarter done. That's pretty cool. Alright, the first quarter of it finally done. So yeah, I mean, this is like this would house literally everything. You wouldn't need anything else, you know. Guess we can fill in the back here, but we go. Yeah, it's the first quarter of it done though, so that's pretty cool. So basically, that was the wrong side. That's not supposed to go on that side. Well, kind of, but not like really, you know. Here, I can still kind of fix it. It was supposed to be glass anyway, just not quite like just a solid wall of glass. There we go. Alright, we're gonna need cobblestone and slabs, and also we need to make a couple of stairs here as well. There we go, slabs. Stairs. We need extra fence gates, but we're not using these ones in here. I just need to put them in later. Wait, that ain't supposed to go there. Okay, different. Height. There we go. course. Alright, fucking Firefox one. Oh well. Sorry about that. And it's already been 3 hours. Jesus, dude. But yeah, so basically, our villager can walk into here. He goes down either one of these. He can't physically like get into either one of those. And then we would have fence gates here and on the ends, making sure that once he's down the correct lane, he can't like try and be a jackass. So it helps. Alrighty, let's see what else we need. Get that. Get that. There we go. There we go. Cool. So all that would end up happening is we can put in a bunch of extra storage here later on if needed. If needed, it's gonna be needed. But yeah, basically we would just put in like a couple of double chest like columns up on the sides here and all that, just because. And then again, same kind of deal. They can walk up here, they can go to either lane, but they have to pick one. But yeah, so that actually is a full quarter of it done. Um, we only have 3 more to go. Ah, fuck. Dude, this took 3 hours already. At least it's all fully functional, but Jesus, I've got so much more left to do. Damn it. Yeah, I mean, this is just a quarter and it took this much. Fuck, man. Alright, oh, I think I'm gonna actually have to call it there for now, honestly. It's been 3 hours. Literally, it's been 3 hours, and all I've done was prep the land and get that ready. Um, I guess next time I can probably get another quarter or multiple quarters done. Um, I can maybe finish it next time. I'm not 100% certain on it, to be perfectly honest. Mainly because it just took so long just to get that one done, because I had to do a bunch of other like prep stuff with the ground and whatnot, not to do it again here. So we can for sure get this next quarter done, but yeah, this ended up taking a lot more time than I thought it was gonna, which that's all right, but it'll be another couple of days before I can stream again. Although maybe I can stream later tonight, honestly. Although it'll be without a mic, it'll be kind of weird. But wasn't even talking a whole bunch this time, anyways. But honestly, that's just gonna have to do it for now. It's been 2 hours and 50 minutes, and it's currently day 1,457, and we've got 72 available slots to work with here. Actually, I lied. That's not 72. That's 72 times 2. We have 104 to work with here. 36 times 72, or 36 times 2 is 72, and then 72 times 2. Oh, wait, no, it's 144. My bad. Oops. Well, either way, we still have 144 slots to work with. Yeah, we have 144 in total. So, yeah, we got 144 to work with. I only own 40 villagers, so we have an extra 104 slots to do whatever the fuck we want with. And that's pretty cool. And then we also have to build the rest of them, but, that'll take some time. But we'll just leave all the material here and just log out here for today, just because it's pretty safe up here. So, yeah, that is going to have to do it for me. So, thank you everybody for watching. I'll have to make sure to check the chunk loader next time we start. But next time I'll probably just go build at least guaranteed. I'm gonna build another quarter. Could be later tonight, could be tomorrow, who knows. But I want to build at least another quarter, and then hopefully try and get the rest of it done within the week. So that'll be pretty neat. But that took a long time just to even get that far. So I'm happy with what I got. So yeah.